So when you sleep, your consciousness can leave your body and it can travel. Into most people, it's the lower fourth astral world, or the astral world, which is the fourth chakra, which is a bandwidth of frequency, which is represented by the color green. So your consciousness can escape and it can spend some time there. Now, if you decide you want to release subconscious trauma, then you can have a nightmare. Or if you decide that you want to go to a place beyond space or time. Now, if you're remembering your dreams when you wake up, it's a good chance you've integrated your fourth DNA strand. Now, for those in this life and the ones before have already integrated their fifth DNA strand, then imagine now your consciousness can go into the fifth dimension. Now, starting at a certain frequency or a dimension, there's no time or space. So now your consciousness can go to there's only consciousness moving through different densities. So it can go to a past life, it can go to a future potential. But guess what? The same way we came down is the same way up. For some people, when one soul comes in, it becomes 12. So it's going to start, if it wants to ascend, it needs to recollect those 12 soul aspects so it can go visit what you appear to be old friends or things like this. And it's actually reintegrating for ascension those soul aspects of yourself so it can once again climb up Jacob's ladder again. So when we sleep, it's fascinating to understand that our consciousness is able to leave our body, and depending on how much of our DNA strands we've accreted, go to a place beyond space or time, and then also kind of help us in our ascension process, or decide to show us a future prophetic potential, or decide to go to the past and perhaps even change the past, because every time we go to sleep, it's like a mini death and a rebirth. And so before you go to sleep, recency and intention matters. So whatever you're thinking about most recently before you go to bed is going to be imprinted, right? So before you go to bed, for the last 5-10 minutes, it can be really beautiful to start a lucid dreaming practice where you intend. Intention is a magnetic frequency that exists between matter and recent. The last thing you think about before you go to sleep, you're going to fall into theta brainwaves right before you fall asleep, half awake, half asleep. And that last thought that you imprint into that theta brainwave state where you're half awake, half asleep, is going to be imprinted on your subconscious mind and have an influence on the nature of your dreams. And this is why when you watch a horror movie right before bed, sometimes you're going to have a nightmare, right? So it's really beautiful to start working with your dreams, right? Because your consciousness, when it comes back, when it wakes up from the mini death of sleep, it's coming back with that memory. Whether you believe it or not, that consciousness is coming back with those codes. And the whole point of all is this: get them codes, get them codes. And sleep is a beautiful way to start working with your consciousness for whatever it is that you intend. Sweet dreams.